Republican Chair of the Helsinki Commission, Senator Wicker.
Thank you, Senator Cardin, and other distinguished members of the panel. And we are very delighted to have our witness here today. Yes, I was with Representative Cohen when we met on one of the occasions that he met with President Lukashenko. We also had an opportunity to meet with freedom lovers, with members of the opposition, with those brave Belarusians who were willing to speak up and meet with a group of Americans who are trying to do what we can to speak out on behalf of a free Belarus. Some of us have also had the pleasure of meeting with Ms. Tsihanovskaya, the legitimate winner of the presidential election, during her visit to Washington this summer. I was impressed by her sense of duty to the people of Belarus and to securing the unconditional release of political prisoners, including her own husband, who's been in prison for over a year. Many of us in Congress have been shocked by the cruelty of Alexander Lukashenko against his own people. And we've been inspired by Belarusian citizens like the ones we met with in Minsk and others who risked their jobs and even their lives to defy him and to speak out for freedom. That's what I want to do today. Last month, several colleagues and I came together to show our support for Belarusians and to establish the bipartisan Free Belarus Caucus, which I'm proud to co-chair along with Senator Jeanne Shaheen. In 2017, I was the leader of the delegation at the OSCE Parliamentary Assembly's annual session, which occurred in Minsk. And it was during that visit that several of us had a meeting with President Lukashenko. We were under no delusions that he was committed to democracy. He had already used violence and threats to suppress dissent. But back then we had some hope that he'd been sobered by events in Europe. Vladimir Putin's unprovoked and outrageous attack on Ukraine. We wanted to believe that faltering efforts to reform Belarus's economy and engage constructively with the West was more than cynical political posturing. But President Lukashenko's true colors became obvious in August of last year, the moment his power came under threat. Faced with thousands of Belarusians taking to the streets and demanding free and fair elections, Mr. Lukashenko ran to the Kremlin for help. He ordered his thugs to beat protesters in the streets and throw them in prisons to be tortured. It is abundantly clear that President Lukashenko cares about nothing beyond self-preservation, and he will do anything to stay in power. Because of his ruthlessness, hundreds of innocent Belarusians are now stuck behind bars. This is a dangerous situation for many, and I know that many people, along with their families, friends, and colleagues, have put their own safety at risk to help fellow citizens. We admire their courage, we admire your courage, and we look forward to spreading the word and shining light on this terrible situation. We appreciate your presence. I yield back to you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Congressman Wilson.
Thank you, Co-Chairman Ben Cardin and Co-Chairman Steve Cohen, for calling